Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having a beautiful day. I don't know why I just snapped. You guys can't even see me. Now that that's out of the way, in my last video, and if you haven't seen my last video, please go and watch it before you have Popeye's chicken ever again. Seriously. But I told you guys I was going to do a video on emotions people feel but can't explain. I'm going to do another one on positive emotions that people can't explain. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on that positivity. Now, from Spill to Popeyes to Nikita to the Amazon burning, to school starting, the elections coming up. I'm sure everyone in every demographic and age is going through emotions that they cannot explain. So today we're going to go ahead and go through 10 emotions that I've actually been feeling and didn't even realize. Have you ever felt like you're constantly complaining about flaws and just old issues and just worrying, quote, worrying about the same old issues that you've always had, the same boring flaws and anxieties that you've been going on for years? Well, there's a word for that, and it is
Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's.
Lord knows I wasn't gonna pronounce that correctly. Liberosis. The desire to care less about things. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I am listening to somebody's story and I'm trying to act like I care and I'm listening, but really my mind is thinking about something completely far away from the subject. And I have to kind of pull myself back and be like, oh, yeah, and then John said what? When in reality, I really just want to not care. It's such a weird emotion, but I'm pretty sure everyone can attest to feeling that way. Number 3, nodus tollens, if I'm saying that right. The realization that the plot of your life doesn't make sense to you anymore. Honestly, I feel like this happened the second I turned 24. I don't know why that's the number, but that was the number for me. 20 was the first one, and then 24. And now I just feel like I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm just going with what is needed in life. I literally have no idea, but I'm glad that I've came to the realization of not really understanding because it makes it a lot easier to come up with a plan. So if you're clueless out there, just sit down and come up with a plan. Adronitis. And let's see if I'm saying that right.
Adrenitis.
Definitely not. Andronitis. Andronitis, am I saying it wrong again? I think I am. The frustration with how long it takes to get to know someone. Now, I don't know about you, but my dating life, goodness Lord, moment of silence for that one. So, the frustration that I feel everyone has is at an all time high, and that is really because of ghosting. And if you don't know what ghosting is, God bless you. But I think everyone here that is listening to my voice right now knows what it's like to be ghosted or has done the ghosting themselves. And honestly, I'm going to do a whole separate video on ghosting because I'm very passionate about what it does to people and just the psychology behind it. It's just a very interesting concept that we are all doing and no one is speaking about. Excellences. The tendency to give up trying to talk about an experience because people are unable to relate to it. This is probably something that happens to, I don't know, let's just throw a number out there, maybe 75% of all black people. It's just hard to find someone that relates to your struggle if they're not black, if the situation has to do with your color at least. And that's just something that I've gone through time and time again. Cubico, a state of exhaustion inspired by acts of selfless violence. I'm pretty sure, again, if you live in America, you're probably exhausted by the end of the day of hearing about every single terrible thing that's happened, whether it's a shooting, a police officer incident, a car accident, motorcycle accidents, whatever it is shoved down our throats pretty much daily, every single day. And that's probably the rest of the world as well. But I feel predominantly in America, it is just in your face, right there, front and center. Vandalin, the frustration of photographing something amazing when thousands of identical photos already exist. I have definitely sat at a restaurant, taken a picture of my food, put it on Yelp, and saw, I don't know, maybe 5+ different pictures that also look like the same picture that I took that I am now posting on Yelp for whatever reason I feel my opinion is valid. Let's be honest, a lot of us are doing it, and it's an emotion that we tend to feel and ignore and just keep on pushing. When in reality, it's like, why do we even care to feel that emotion and fulfill it in general? Who cares? There's already a picture of it. A word I'm definitely not going to be able to say. Let's find out. God, it's just taking forever to even type it. That word is the urge to push people away, even if they are close friends who you really like. And I think my social anxiety is the reason. Really, my social anxiety and my depression is the reason I push people away. And it kind of sucks because you kind of have to have friends that understand that. So I have friends that will see me pushing them away and they're just like, okay, stop, 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 stop. What happened today? Where other friends may just be like, okay, we're done. Our friendship is done. And it sucks because at some point I'm kind of just like so in my thought of like that person doesn't like me that I just completely am like, okay, you're out of my life. We're done. And that's really not fair to anybody. So I think self awareness is really the first step. Rubatosis, the unsettling awareness of your own heartbeat. And again, anxiety. I'm aware of my heartbeat pretty much every single second of the day, where I'm sure other people don't care for it. I tend to see my heart rate go up and down depending on so many different situations. But again, the awareness of your own heartbeat, especially when it's unsettling, that is an emotion I go through pretty much every single day. I'm sure other people don't, but definitely be aware of that emotion because you never know. You always hear about that person that randomly had a heart attack doing something very random and minuscule that they do every single day. Emolment, the bitter sweetness of having arrived in the future, seeing how things turned out, but not being able to tell your past self. That was a little deep. That was a little deep, but I feel this 1000%. And I think it's because I do write a lot. So I have journals filled from when I was like from elementary school to middle school. So when I go back and I read it, I get this feeling of just wanting to go back to the past and being like, girl, stop. Stop everything you're doing right now. Just stop it. But of course, we can't do that. But that is definitely an emotion that I have felt many, many times, unfortunately. Monochosis, the subtle but persistent feeling of being out of place. If I could put this on a shirt, I would. I might actually. I might do that because this is literally my life every single day. And I think it's funny to be aware of how out of place I feel, but also aware of being able to look in place, if that makes sense. But definitely a feeling and an emotion that I go through pretty much every single day. I really don't feel like my place is in this world yet. Saying that to people are like, they'll look at you kind of funny. But I really don't feel like I have a place anywhere. And I think a lot of people feel that way. I just think they're scared to even admit it. And what they'll do is they'll place themselves in a box, whether that's the teacher box, the lawyer box, the mom box, you know, the police officer box, whatever box they feel like they would shine best in. They'll put themselves there. And I haven't put myself in a box. I don't really want to be in a box. So I'll always feel out of place. And that is an emotion that I will always have, I think. Maybe I'll go back and listen to this and wish that I could have told myself to just shut up, just like I did, when I read my diaries and my journals. Who knows? But Let me know if you guys have ever felt any of these emotions or why you felt that way or what happened to make you feel that way. Because I feel like every one of these emotions can be put in a different scenario just depending on what's going on in that person's life. So definitely let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, if you guys did like this video, do not forget to give me a big thumbs up. And if you're new here, also let me know in the comment section below as well. I would love to welcome you personally. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I will see you in the next video. Stay beaut.